All right, thank you very much for watching this episode of my YouTube video. So we're talking about the Ghana versus Mali game, a World Cup qualifier, and the stage is set in Bamako, the capital of Mali. The game is coming off tomorrow, 6th of June, and that is exactly how many years? Is it 15 years since we played Mali in Bamako. It's been 15 years ago when the stage was set, and Ghana and Mali have clashed 10 times according to the records. We've clashed 10 times. Ghana has won 5 and drawn 2, lost 3. But in the last meetings, Mali have come the superior side, making it very difficult for Ghanaians to have the hope of going to Mali to win the game. So basically, what we are saying is that the last time we went to Mali, the stage was exactly like this when we played Mali in Bamako in 2009. Coincidentally, it was the 7th of June 2009, and the Black Stars of Ghana defeated a very strong Malian side by how many goals? By 2 goals to nothing. And thankfully, GTV Ghana have done a very good job of putting together the team that the Black Stars beat Mali by 2 goals to nothing in Bamako in 2009. So in that team, there was Richard Kingston, John Pencil, who is the assistant coach now. Coincidentally, is returning after 15 years now as a coach. He was playing at the right back. Then left back was Harrison Afo. I remember, very smallish 19-year-old. He was then with Kotoko. And in central defense, there was Eric Addo and John Mensah. Anthony Annan and Michael Essien played that day. Essien played a more defensive role. So that was a very tactical move there by coach Rajovac. So Essien was in the defensive mode, whilst Anthony Annan played a more advanced role in midfield. There was Opoku Ajeman, Kojo Asamoah, and then Matthew Amwa, and in attack was Prince Tego. But the way the team was set up, if you watch that game in 2009, the way the team was set up, it practically meant that Ghana as a team was playing much more defensive in terms of how they wanted to take control of the game. So I wanted us to have a slight look at the way the Malian team, look at the Ghanaian team, the way we were set up in defense, the 2 center backs, Ricardo and John Mensah, but we were so compact. We were so compact in midfield that even Prince Tego, who was the center forward on the day, look at where Prince Tego is. So he was always coming back and drifting back to support the midfield. Michael Essien was the captain of the day. Why I think this game is quite similar to what we're playing tomorrow or against Mali on the 6th of June is that on that day, I remember very well, before we left for Bamako, we had lost Asamoah to injury. There was no Lai Kingston, there was no Stephen Appiah, and there was no Sule Muntari, who was the most informed player in our team. So 4 or 5 key players of the team were missing. And reason why Kojo Asamoah was drafted into the team or had the privilege of playing in that particular game, because if Sule Muntari was there, he would have started. But then at the end of the day, it was Kojo Asamoah who carried Ghana in that game. The boy was everywhere, and this was the first goal that Ghana scored. Kain Keti Kojo Asamoah. The Malians had dominated play. Mali fought ball Ghana that day. Omo ball Ghana first half. Now, I watched the game and I was afraid. I was scared because there was no way Ghana having a day. We were so defensive. But when we found our way, 25-30 yards away, Kojo Asamoah from a throw-in and a shot. That was the first goal. But the Malian team was so strong that day. Freddy Kanute, Yatabara, Tambura, I mean, all the key players, Educator, then all the key players of Mali were there. Salou Fofana and all the players who were then very top in the French league. So this was the first goal that Ghana scored against Mali in 2009. And this game was similar to this because, like I said, some of the key players were missing. Now we don't have Andre. We are drafting in some players who look like the same players we sent to Mali in 2009. Everything will come down to coaching. Everything will come down to coaching, because I believe that when you look at the way the Ghanaian team was set up on that day, it was purely coaching. It was Coach Claude Leroy who changed everything on the day. Because look, the Malian team was so much stronger in terms of positional play. They had controlled the game from the start to end. But this is how Ghana took control of the game. The Ghanaians were so strong in defense and in midfield. So the Malians, any opportunity they had, now almost shooting. I'll come back to how Frederick Kanouté was shooting from all angles, and especially Sekou Fofana and the other key players in the Malian team. So this was the first goal that we scored. Kankesi Kodjo Asamoah just from a throw-in and against the round of play. Say yan take opportunity tomorrow. Now yan shoot it from afar, because it's going to be very hazy. We know Mali, the weather is always hot. Even though the game is in the evening, it's going to be very hazy until about 20-30 minutes an hour break. But then they are going to take advantage of that, plus the fans in the stadium. So we need to be taking opportunity of some of these half chances. This is practically a half chance. And in the current team, there is Mohamed Kudus, who can be able to, move forward and be shooting from such angles. Look at Michael Essien and Matthew Amoah, how they built up this goal. It was almost 30 minutes to the end of the game. But the way he set up Matthew Amoah and the composure in the box, the composure of Matthew Amoah in the box was literally what killed the game. We beat them by 2-0. And this Malian team had gone to Sudan to draw against Sudan. And we have beaten Benin by 1-0 in Accra. The likes of Razak Omotoyosi on the day. Omo Kompawo Accra. But at the end of the day, yes, Omo 1-0. So we had 3 points. The Malians had 1 point from away. And they needed a win at home for their first home game. And Ghana went there to beat them by 2 goals. And then they settled the stage. So this was only the second game. But because Mali had drew away, now omunya 4 points, omushaya, omoko 4, now you were 3. If they had topped that group, it could be difficult. But you stop here in their Stade very early. That is why I'm saying that tomorrow will be very crucial. One player I want to comment from that day, Nayem Pene Subi, tomorrow, is Anthony Annan. Annan was a player who was supposed to be in the defensive midfield position. But then because of ACN captaining and the absence of Apia, Anthony Annan was running around the field like a mad. Look, these are some of the excerpts of the game. And you can see how Anthony Annan was running across everywhere. He was everywhere. This was Anthony Annan on the day. No, this was the goal. But I want to look at how the Ghanaian team was practically pressing the Malians from all angles. We were pressing the Malians from all angles. So the tackling, Matthew Amoah, Prince Tego, Opoku Hajiman. So I want to take 1 or 2 key players from the game that I think on the day, Matthew Amoah, but Anthony Annan was one of the players. Tackling, because the Malians are very strong. And if you look at Anthony Annan, height and in stature, now Utumikuta se educator, and the likes of Frederick Kanouté, you clearly could see this was Steven Keshi, the Nigerian international, former Nigerian international, was the coach for Mali. So all these things will come to play when we meet them tomorrow. Players like Anthony Annan. Now we have Ibrahim Sulemana, who had played quite well for Kayari in the Serie A, also cast in the mold of Anthony Annan. If these players are going to take the opportunity that Kodjo Asamoah grabbed on the day, because of the absence of ACN, absence of Montari and Apia, now Kodjo Asamoah a starting role, now our form, now will take the opportunity to play one of the best games for Ghana. Now you win a sign share go from 25-30 yards away. This is what the new boys should understand. Say, when given the opportunity, don't be scared, don't be afraid. You need to go in and do your best for the team, because that is what you were brought in for. So when we put you in the game, we are not saying say go in and show that you are an inexperienced player. You are going into the game to give your best. It's a World Cup qualifier. It doesn't come better than this. And we have 3 points. Mali Shah almost cost 7 points. We don't need to drop points. So almost Shah no almost 7 points. Yeni omontem no 4 points in them. We don't know the result between Comoros. If Comoros win, omo 9, 6 points between Yeni Comoros. I just say you have to win to say your home no cry a day. So away games, that is how Ghana qualified for the World Cup in 2006 and 2010. Away games, and you take your advantage. Because in 2006, there were games in Kumasi that we drew. I remember some of the games, yeah, both 2-2 but we went away. DR Congo, na ye kobo draw, ye ni Shabani non-damo, tough game. I almost say omo kone a draw. Ni Uganda ni akobo draw and I akosha omo one wo key game South Africa ni akosha omo 3-0 ewo home ni akosha omo 2-0 ewo away. So the away games are what will push you to the World Cup, not the home games, because Comoros are actually 2 home games, 6 it will be actually home games. At the end of the day, who will be qualifying for the World Cup? It will be the team or what advantage, so we're winning 1 or 2 games away. And that is what we did before we qualify for the 2 previous World Cups or maiden World Cups. This is what I think Otuado and the boys should be talking about more. So I said Antonianan on the day or running the entire field or running route with the Malian team. So another player, Mede Partey Ebetotono, was Michael Essien, who was the deputy captain on the day. John Mensah was the captain. But the deputy captain on the day, Essien actual leadership. Who baby I could provide assist Edema Matthew Amwa, a man share Ghana's goal, the second goal. 77th minute and a pressure away no. The composure and the calmness. Partey, this is the opportunity for him to take the team on his shoulders as a captain. He's done it before against Nigeria. They qualify. On say in Nigeria, I'm talking about away games, Yeah, but draw, go, let's draw her. But away performance in the qualifier. So World Cup qualifiers in the practically it is your away performance in the obeko home no 90% to be a person shenedie. Nka Comoros will not be winning their home games too. We need to be very critical about how we assess and analyze the qualification pattern. If they don't know, this is it. We cannot afford to lose in Mali. Draw cry is difficult, but a better idea. So this team should go in there to try and prove. Say what we did in 2009 were new players because we had just finished the 2009 under 20 World Cup. But look at the players of Omokoye. I talk about Kudus Samoa. This boy was also another influential player in that game. Very, very influential player on the day. A lot of you may not know him. I'm sure. If you are 22, 23, 24-year-old watching this, you may not know. Opoku Ajiman, Baby Rooney, was one of the fastest wingers and or a prolific scorer at under 17. And Milo bed drafted and called wings. Now on the day, he was running across the field. Now or tackle, now or or ye be in the game. And this is something that I said we should be talking to the players more about it. Say, bono. You just need to go into the game to prove say moye Ghana. You are not just going there to show say you do what to give them. This was it. Now Mali for no bobo na utimu say omania bre, but the way and manner the Ghanaians will carry the game to them will show say yenso ye team yaba. Even though say we are not here to look for a win, no. Yes, certainly and the young players. Freddie Kanute no amo. I mean in the La Liga, 2 key players in the La Liga. Now omo obo against them. Now shed the youngsters in here no one day. Now utimu say Ghana. Ye team na de koye no. Opoku Ajima was an under 18 player. Under 19. Kudus Samoa was same. But on the day, these were the youngsters. So this is to Otuado and Kwadano. Speak some words into them, words of confidence and encouragement. Like Kudus Samoa turned our World Cup qualification around in 2009 in the same Mali. Speak to Ibrahim Sulemana. Speak to the young boys who have come to the team. Speak to them. Say, take center stage. And when you find your mabe your moko, take center stage and turn things around for the team. Because say ya nyanesa yen to me enya new team na ye building no. And old players na ye you mo frame no. Obema man for abeka say where you mo frame, but new ones now they are not doing anything. But then new ones and so ombebo ani nyina some of the old players no encouragement and experience that they will bring to bear. And that was what Matthew Amwa did on the day. Striker Nyansa. He came in and he changed things for the team. In the second half, 77th minute, Okunya the last goal at the Mankana Yede Shomo. So I'm talking about 3 key things: taking opportunity, putting trust in the young players, trust in the young players, trust in the young players. Again, this is what we need to speak to the boys. Trust in the young players. Say you trust it or so me attend near around
second half.
A very difficult at the trust in the young players. So this is Mali versus Ghana in 2009. That is 1. 2. And so a weather condition in Mali. Anyhow the players will become tired, but you need extra energy. We need to be very defensive. Otoado, you see a good play, but you per win more. Also Obama a good play, but you can't assure a win. If we want to qualify for the World Cup, we are not going there to play good football away. Mesrel, Ghana for Bebre, you will not understand me. But the point I'm making is that, you see, a World Cup qualification, there are some games that I will say about robust, rugged, rusty. Near the win. So, Otto, good football is good. But Mali for no fast players. Some of them have played in their youth teams for a long time. But how we won in Mali in 2002 was because we defended and we were so compact. But you take your chances, you know. So I'll be begging, say, Otoado, forget about good football. Forget about good football on the day. Mediate to me. Forget about good football. Kudus, whoever, dribbling, yen limiting, because show we already know whoever Kudus is. My yen konko churching be brave. Team na ye the boy, you know. I show mono. Ushima dribbler be any. Could just someone and a dribbler, but 1-2 touches. Me, I watched this game 90 minutes. I watched again. I've watched and watched. The entire footage is on YouTube. You can watch. You need dribbler be yambo 2, 3, 4 passes cram to us. So you better be a near 18 Makoshe go. A World Cup qualifier. And you are saying a year coach, let's say a build team. Go and win. But good game now, Pesa Obono. But not being over elaboration, no, and sonte. We have to go into the game knowing say we are playing a World Cup qualifier. And yebebo good game, good game ni nyina should turn into results. See kobo 80% possession in Mali. Now you come back with 0 pointer. Nothing has changed. So my advice to them is that look at the same pattern. Players no more than the same, but you can see say in terms of stature, in terms of quality, age, are practically the same. Mali for the young team say Yanekoe, Opoko Ajiman, Harris Nafo, a friend is saying, Koja Samoa, majority of them were young players, and Omune could take the day. In TC a corner Sankunya pointer. This is not the time to play some flashy football, flamboyant. No. Mali for no, home. The noise our stadium, Modibo Keita Stadium, and the Ombeyen on the day actually, we are not going to get the free chance, say, be pass, and European standard field. So, what would you na show channel? And European standard field be an waka say, a field that won it, that's why movie. So, our players will be aware, say, Omoko Europa, they are able to play. But on behalf of Konomun to me more, near you more from group stage, didn't ya? Comoros, Madagascar, Central Africa, Mali, all these teams have learned. Say Ghana 4% MBR. You the born tour. You players or more skills. No. Say Kamal Dine Bebemwa. She speed na upoko ajima na ekon on the day. Unya wings na woko. Run at them. Nya fen yebe run at them. Go into the goal area. You hear 3 points or 1 point. And our youngsters have done this before. So it is only history. And Amede say, watch this and learn. Say. Koja Samoa made his name there. Opokwajima made his name. Harris Nafo was one of the best players on the day. So many young players in the team, and the field was not too good.
With a good long-range
John
effort.
Pensto, Tanfley is still around. You know better. And to never say, catch you almost say near no ha.
Towards Samoa, the flick
to good football na Ghana for your casa.
That's Samoa, the shot of the goal.
Or we near now
Ghana
I'm a good footballer. Obia ni niasem.
1-0 come against the run of play.
Footballer. obia ne otuado enye dey eni asem enti de betima ka kire no eno no. You have to win the game and come back even with 20% possession. Nobody is going to insult the team or do anything. So this is what I will tell the team. Say go in there and do your best. Show this video to the boys. Say in 2009, exactly 15 years ago on this same field, on the same day, Ayeboboli on the same competition World Cup qualifier. Yet the young players be baha na senior players appear. Muntari, Asamojan, Eli Kensen, Omunyina enim. But young boys be omo under 20 edi omo remu no. Omo be rane yama yetimi bobo no. Omo opoku adima wo. Mrika no ode kono. Say ya 1 pass, 2 passes, 1 pass, 2 passes, 3, 4 no do 18 ya box no. Have you seen that thing? 1, 2, 3, 4 passes. Nya fe na wokwaji ball na ye ko 10 ye ko pass ya ba achire debi. Omo hye first goal a omo wiye. And they metimi aka che o. Mali fo ni team na omo de ba no. Omo hye ye first goal a omo wiye. Meka bibia. And so we should be very careful about how we set up our team. I won't talk much, but show the video to the boys that we can win in Mali. We have done it there before with the same change of team, the transition, and now you go through. But we won, not because we are in transitions, you could agro. No, we haven't fared well in this World Cup qualifier. Comoros Sashay, was this? Central African Republic, we struggled pa, but almost was saying almost 4 points. You know, now with the same, you're the 4th and our 3rd because of goal superior goal to Omoda so. Comoros nearly did 6, Mali our 4, Central Africa ni na you 3 points. And Sana Chad that's here. This time a more thing a change 2010, Into your man penny for the good football, okay. Young players, give them opportunity. No pressure in Mali. Let them run their heart out. Give their all. Near who's a new form of under Otuado, new team. No, they want to make some changes. They want to bring back some confidence, and it will start to winning. Yes, I could the aggressive about good football nearby with 3-pointer. Yeah, that's one. Then we should as well forget about the World Cup. But I think that this team will do well in Mali. Wish them all the best of luck. Sincerely, that they get the 3 points for us like we did before. Go in with the mentality. Now we will be able to come back with a point. Thank you.